If you're not already in a comfortable cross-legged position, please join me there. And we'll begin by pulling the flesh of our buttocks back behind the sit bones. And you can feel the sit bones grounding into the earth. And take a deep breath in and let the spine lift up tall. Feeling the head reaching toward the sky. And then let the shoulders relax down. Let the walls and the floor of the belly relax. Feel the softness that allows the breath to flow. And then feel the breath moving from the belly up to the chest. Might be helpful to close the eyes, or if that's not comfortable, lowering the gaze. Lengthening the breath, deepening the breath, slowing it down. Try to relax the head and neck. So oftentimes when we're trying to lift the spine tall, we inadvertently lift the chin, and then that creates a little bit of a cutoff between the head and the heart. So you might just check in if it would be helpful to slightly drop the chin. And then we can all drop the chin all the way down to the chest. And perhaps you might feel on the inhale, the chest lifting to the chin. And on the exhale, the chin dropping to the chest. Keeping the breath nice and full, belly, ribs, chest. And then we'll move the chin over to the left shoulder. Place the right hand behind the back with the palm facing out. Press into the back side of the hand, rolling the elbow back, the shoulder back, keeping the chin down and left. Seeing if this position that you're now in has changed the placement of your breath. And release the hand. Bring the chin center over to the right. Place the left hand behind the back, palm facing out. Back side of the hand pushing into the back so that you can roll the elbow and shoulder back as much as you can. Maybe you can't move it at all, but just having that intention can start sending the message to the body. Also, having the breath open into the body can help the body relax and move in that direction. And then bring the arm back around, bring the chin to center. And then with the hands on the knees or on the shins, we're going to pull the hands in and send the chest forward, the shoulders back, the eyes up. And then on the exhale, round, leaning away from the hands, pulling the belly in, dropping the head, going back and forth, moving the spine all the way concave and then all the way convex. On your next inhale, reach the arms up and then exhale and fold forward. That's it. Go at your own timing. Continue to feel the breath expanding on the in-breath and relaxing you on the out-breath. And when you do exhale, you can see if the body can let go a little bit more. If the arms are in the way of your body dropping further, you might bend your elbows and move them out to the side. You can also explore the fullness of your exhale by drawing the belly back toward the spine to really empty all the air out. Feel where the widening happens as you breathe. Where you're making space and where you're letting go. Walk the hands in and use an inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale the arms down. Notice the cross of your legs, which one is in front or on top, and release the legs. Shake them out. Maybe rubbing the knees would feel good if yours are old and cranky like mine. And then cross again the other way. Opposite leg in front. Resting the hands on the knees. We'll move the spine again, but we'll go in circles now. So you can inhale and bring the chest forward, bending forward slightly, going across to the left. And then as you go around the back, you round, then over to the right. So when you come across the front of the circle, the chin lifts and you're open. When you go across the back of the circle, the chin drops and you round the back. And then see if the movement is coordinating with your breath, maintaining that rhythmic breathing, even though the movement is circular, not linear. See if there's still some sense of coordinating movement and breath. And then when you're ready, reverse directions. And again, we're lifting the head as we go across the front of the circle. And we're dropping it and rounding as we go across the back of the circle. And come back upright. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, folding forward, relaxing the hands, dropping the elbows. Go ahead and really let those elbows fall so that the arms relax and there's a sense of slack in the body and ease. And then spreading the breath out wide on the inhale, drawing the belly in and letting go of the body on the exhale. On your next inhale, roll yourself up, reach the arms up. Exhale the arms down. Keeping the rhythm of the breath flowing. Release the legs again, shake them out. And we'll cross the ankles just enough to flip over them, coming onto hands and knees. You can be on fists if your hands are happier that way, or spread your fingers wide. Land the hands right under the shoulders and the knees right under the hips. Gazing straight down at the ground so the neck is in the same long straight line as the rest of the spine. And then we'll send the left leg back parallel to the ground. Pull the belly up to support the back. And then if you can, also send the right arm forward. Steady your breath. Bend your left knee, reach your right hand back, grab hold of your left foot. And then start to kick the foot up and back. Take your gaze up. And then as you feel the stretch, see if you can breathe into it. Release the hand, but not the leg. Send the leg out to the left side. Foot's kind of in line with the right knee. Walk the hands in to roll yourself up. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, left hand down on the left leg, right arm reaching overhead, gazing up and to the right. Send that right arm over to the left. Palm can face down. Feel the breath widening inside the body. And maybe letting the body sink down a little bit more to the left as you exhale. Slow, deep breath. And inhale, come up. Exhale, return the hands to the ground under the shoulders. Bring the left knee in. Gaze down at the floor. Send the right leg back. And then if you can, the left arm forward. Lift the belly to support the back. And keep your gaze down, not in front of you. If you're looking in front of you, your neck is slightly bent, and we want to try to create a really nice straight line. And then bend the right leg, reach the left hand back for the foot. Kick the foot up and back, rolling the left shoulder back. Gaze up. Breathe deep. Keep kicking. Breathe as deeply as you can. Might be harder in this posture. Release the hand. Send the right foot out to the side. Walk the hands in. Roll yourself up. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, the arm down. Reaching across to the left. Turning your gaze up and to the right. Breathing deep into the ribs. Sinking down. Sliding down the leg. Release the hands back to the ground. Bring the knee in. Send the hands one hand's length forward with the fingers spread wide. We'll just do a little practice for how the shoulders can be once we come up into our downward dog. So we'll keep the knees on the ground for this and just take a moment and close your eyes and just feel across the upper back and shoulder blades. And then bend the elbows out to the sides and then face the elbows toward your thighs, keeping them bent. And then just notice how that feels across your upper back. And then straighten the arms, trying to maintain that. Curl the toes. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, lift the knees. Push forward with the hands, keeping those shoulder blades kind of wrapped around in that way. Press forward into the fingers. So not so much the heel of the hand, but the fingers. And send the hips back. Press the thighs back and press the heels down. Let the chest sink down below the shoulders. Roll the elbows down toward the floor. If you really roll the elbows down to the floor, you might feel how that might take weight off of the index fingers and thumbs, and then you can repress into the index fingers and thumbs and maybe get even longer through the spine. Let the head hang down toward the floor. Take a breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth and shake the head no. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Shake the head yes. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Shake the head all around. And then just hold here in stillness for a few more breaths. Seeing if you can breathe the breath through the whole body as much as possible. Inhaling length through the torso, exhaling, pressing down through the heels. And then on your next inhale, look forward, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step it up between the hands and then help it up if it doesn't come far enough forward to really be between the hands. Right foot up. We'll let the back foot come down on an angle and then lift up to standing. Front knee stays bent. Your stance is long. Back heel down. Good. So start with the hands on the hips. Take a breath in, and then when you exhale, turn the hips a little bit to the right, as though you're trying to face your left hip to your right knee. Great. Now keep your hips there, but bring your face back to the front. Super. Press your left thigh back and really press down into that left heel. And then move your tailbone forward toward that right knee. So the hips come forward, but you're anchoring through that back foot. Beautiful. Now we'll send the arms out to the side and then bend the elbows into cactus arms. And then send the elbows back, opening the chest. Keep pressing the left thigh back. Turn the palms to face each other. Keep the shoulders down the back as you lift the arms up. So that should be a little bit challenging. If you just do it really quickly, you're probably not doing it. keeping the shoulders down while lifting the arms up. Beautiful. And then you can lift the gaze or look straight ahead, your choice. Warrior one. Keep the tailbone moving forward and the breath lifting up into the chest. Open the arms back out to the side. We're going to turn the body to the left. Look back at your left hand and rotate your belly to the left. And then turn your head to look past your right hand, keeping your belly rotated to the left. Nice. And then maybe sink a little lower into your stance. And then distribute the weight evenly between the 2 feet. There's a real tendency in this posture to lean into that front foot. So just check in and see if the back foot feels like it has equal weight. Maybe the shoulders can relax down even more. Maybe the breath can slow and keep the body calm, even though it's working. And then the left hand will come down onto the left leg. We'll inhale and lift the right arm up and reach up. And exhale and lean back with that right arm. Find the breath inside of it, nice and deep and slow. Okay. And then release the arms. Turn to face front. Step the back foot about 1/3 of the way up. Hands back onto the hips, squaring the hips to face front. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hinge over the legs. And then let the arms release down. They can just hang, but if they happen to touch the floor, then make sure to bend the elbows. Drop the head all the way. And then aim the left hip for the right foot. When you exhale, scoop the lower belly in and up, releasing the weight of the body down and long. Slow, long breath, dragging it through the body. And let that right knee bend. Walk the hands forward so that there's like a triangle between your hands and your foot. Good. Now we're going to kick the back leg into the air. Try to have it parallel to the ground. And then take weight into the right hand and bring the left hand to the left hip. Roll your belly to face the left. If you can, turn your head to face left. And then we'll send that left arm straight up in the air. Use the deepening of your breath to open the body. So if your hand is a little bit further to the right, Andrew, you might find the balance easier. A little bit more to the right. Right hand, yeah, that should help. That looks nice. Good. And then keep inhaling in such a way as to open and face more sideways than downward. Okay, let's bring that left hand down, bend into the right knee, step the left foot all the way back, step the right foot all the way back, coming back into our downward facing dog. Kind of let it be a resting posture. We'll take a few breaths here. And then on your next inhale, look forward, lift your left leg up, just to give you some momentum as you swing it forward between the hands, and then help it up if it doesn't come on its own. The back heel will come to the ground, so that back foot is at an angle, and then we'll lift the body, keeping the legs where they are. Have the hands on the hips. And then we'll rotate the hips a little bit to the left. Good. And then turn your face to front. Front knee is bent. Press back into your right thigh, sinking into the right heel, and then bringing the hips forward and under you. Great. Nice. Take the arms out and then bend the elbows, coming into cactus arms again. And then send the elbows back, opening the heart a little bit more. See if you can feel how the breath comes into your chest now. Turn the palms to face each other. Pull the shoulders down the back. And slowly slide the arms up with the shoulders staying down. And then again, you can lift the gaze, or you can just keep looking straight ahead. Keep pressing back with the right leg and forward through the tailbone. Warrior one. Now we're moving to warrior three, opening the arms, warrior two, opening the arms out to the side. Turn the body all the way to the right, looking at your right hand. Let your belly roll to the right, and then turn your head to look past your left hand. Sink down lower. Relax the shoulders down more. Check in. I see some leaning going on, so you want to be grounded and centered. Your left knee should be over your left ankle, not in front of it. So a warrior pose is kind of like a fighting stance. It's not martial arts, but it has a similar principle. If your knee is forward, you're not stable. It's not good for your knee. It puts too much strain. And also we want to really have the tailbone drop down and the spine be really nice and straight and tall. So we don't want any sense of coming toward that left leg. Great. And then we can bring the right hand down onto the right leg. Lift the left palm as you inhale. And lean back as you exhale. Stay connected to your breath. Very intentional, slow, deep breathing. And And then release the hands. Step the back foot up about a third of the way. So your left foot is facing forward and your right foot is at an angle. Left foot straight ahead. Hands on the hips. Aim the hips a little bit to the left. Inhale. Exhale and hinge over. Let the arms release down. You can rest them on your shin, on the floor, or let them hang. And then pull that left buttock back. Aim the left hip, the right hip forward. Let the head relax. And as you exhale, you can scoop the lower belly in and up. Beautiful. Bend the front knee, taking your hands forward. So basically one hand is at 10 o'clock and one hand is at 2 o'clock. Then we'll kick off the back foot, lift that back leg, leave your left hand at 10 o'clock and roll your belly to the right, bringing your right hand onto your right hip. Try to have your leg parallel to the ground and the torso parallel to the ground. And then as you move that left hip under you, you can kind of move your belly a little bit more to face right. And then if you can turn your gaze to the right, that'll make it a little harder. If you can turn your gaze up, harder still, lift the right arm up into the air. Maybe you can look at your right thumb. So Michael, your hands are way too far in front of your feet. That might be what, yeah. Let me see what's going on with you, Andrew. Not trying it today. That's all right. We kind of kicked up the volume a little bit today. So if it's a little too challenging, that's okay. It'll take maybe 1 or 2 months and you'll be right up to speed with everyone. Okay. So now we'll take the back leg down to the ground. Release the right arm down. And then bend the knees, tuck the chin, roll yourself up. Reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale the arms down, clasp your hands behind your back. Then we'll step the legs wide. You can turn sideways if you want both feet to stay on your mat. It doesn't matter. And then have the heels as wide as the baby toes so that your feet are not at angles, but like two parallel train tracks. So really check down and look to see if your feet are angled or if you might need to move your heels out a little bit wider. And then inhale into the chest. Exhale, fold and lift the arms, drop the head. And then holding on to your clasped hands, imagine that you're trying to pull them apart and see if that can sink the shoulder blades in toward the spine a little more. Let the arms lift as high as you can. And then we'll just move the hips a little bit, lifting one hip as we drop the other, and then just going from side to side. Just creating a little bit more stretch that way. And then release the hands, walk them over to the right leg, hanging over the right leg, reaching across with the left arm on the diagonal, reaching out as far as you can with that left hand, breathing slow, long, and deep. If you can, keep the legs straight. Let the head relax down. That's it. And then walk the hands over to the other side, laying the body over the left leg and reaching out diagonally with the right arm. Letting the head go, letting all the air go. Makes a difference whether you really complete that exhale or not. And then walk your hands back to center. Bring one knee in, bring the other knee in, coming back down onto the knees. We'll cross the feet at the ankles behind us and then sit back behind the feet. It's funny, all the things that we did as kids that were so easy, and now it's like, oh, really? So we'll have the feet on the floor in front of us, the hands around the knees, tuck the chin, lean back, and feel that stretch across the upper back. Maybe letting the breath open it up a little bit more. And then slowly lower all the way down to the ground. You can let the knees come into the chest with you. Good. And then open the arms out to the side. Let the knees fall to the left. And then if your right leg does not rest on the left leg, you might want to use your left hand to kind of help release that leg down. And turn your head to the right. Release your weight down into your left hip. Maybe breathing all the way up to the right shoulder. If you're using the left hand, release it. With an inhale, lift the right leg up and over. Exhale, left leg up and over, bringing both legs to the other side. And again, the right hand can rest on top of that left leg to help it down. Turn your head to the left. sink down into your right hip. Try your best to relax your left shoulder down, maybe breathing as though you're breathing into that left shoulder. And then seeing how the out breath allows it to let go, perhaps. Release your right hand if you're using it. Bring the left knee center, bring the right knee center, hug the knees into the chest. And then place the feet down on the ground, about hip width apart, so that the feet are right under the knees. Hip width apart, right under the knees. So that means the heels will be pretty close to the buttocks. Great. Then we'll have the palms facing down on either side of the hips. Feel the breath moving from the belly to the chest. And then as you exhale, push down into the feet to lift the hips, getting the spine to come up off the ground. And then roll the shoulders under you so that you really feel like you're resting on your shoulders and your upper arms. And then if you can, interlace your fingers, but do it in your non-habitual way. So if you're inclined to do it with your right thumb on the outside, switch so that the other thumb is on the outside. If you're not able to clasp your hands, you can grab onto the outer edges of your yoga mat if you're using one, and then press the hands away from you, and that will give you the same exact effect. And then just like we did earlier, if the hands are clasped, you can imagine that you're pulling them apart and see what that creates. And then we can press forward into the feet to try to lift the hips a little higher. Press down into the shoulders and upper arms. Try to lift the ribs a little higher. And then release the hands and slowly lay your spine back down. Lift the feet into the air, keeping the knees bent. Bring the arms inside the thighs. Wrap your hands around the bottoms of your feet from the inside. And then lift the feet to face the ceiling, trying to line the feet up over the knees as best as you can. Head is down. Pull the chin in toward the throat. Take a deep breath in. And then when you exhale, relax the backs of the shoulders toward the floor. Happy baby pose. Or the darker version, dead bug pose. Stay connected to your breathing. Release your hands. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll your head a little bit from side to side, feeling the point of contact between your skull and the ground, rolling across the back of your head. And then come to center. Release the feet down. Lift the hips and tuck them under, and then lower release the legs out. Shake them out. We'll do a little bit of a different relaxation today. So we're going to take a breath in and then squeeze the toes, squeeze the thighs, squeeze the calves, let the whole legs become really tight, 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 tight. And exhale and relax. Take a breath in, exhale, squeeze the buttocks, squeeze the belly, squeeze, 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 tighter, and relax. Inhale, squeeze the hands, squeeze the arms, tighten everything. Nice tight fists, squeezing, squeeze, and relax. Inhale, lift the shoulders up to the ears, squeeze the face nice and tight, squeezing as tight as you can, holding the breath, holding the breath. Exhale, relax. Feel the deepness of the breath flowing. If you're using an eye pillow, you can place that on your eyes. And just bringing your attention to the feel of the breath. And see if there's any sense of you making the breath happen. And then you can let that go. Just letting the breath happen. So that means you have to let go of any agenda for the breath. It doesn't need to be deep anymore. It doesn't need to be slow. It doesn't need to be rhythmic. Just let it be how it is. You can just let your mind rest in the feeling of the breath coming and going. Noticing if the mind wanders, and when you realize you've been lost in thought, just coming back to the breath. You get to start again every time. Become aware that you're lost. Just letting the body relax. Letting the mind relax. Letting the breath relax. Deeply relaxed. Letting go. Letting go. Letting Breathe into your heart. Move the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath, stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest, rocking side to side, feeling the ground, massaging your back. And then come center, rub hand to hand and foot to foot. And roll over onto one side, resting your head on your underside arm, resting your body on the ground, resting your awareness on how it feels right now in your body, in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit. Just taking in the benefits of your practice. Maybe having a sense of appreciation for yourself for showing up and giving yourself this gift of oxygen, of stretching, and most of all of your presence, your attention. And then when you're ready, you can slowly come up to a seated position. Try to let your head come up last. Sitting any way that's comfortable, sinking down into the sit bones, lifting tall through the head. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste.